So it's kind of funny when teams kick the tires on some of these practice squad guys, shuffle the bottom of the roster or the rooster, and then circle through some of these, 16 men on the practice squad. Fans are like, when are you going to find a starter? Is he going to make the Pro Bowl? Why are you trying to improve cornerbacks? We need a guard. Don't you know can the guy play guard? Can he play guard? Right? And the whole thing is that, yes, superstars, especially quarterbacks, they do drive the league. They do. But also, picking up a swing backup offensive lineman, a guy who can play both tackle spots in case poop hits the fan and there's alien abductions, or a rotational defensive lineman that can play a specific role in certain downs and distance packages, or linebackers and defensive backs who can come in and back up on short notice with few practice reps in case the guy gets hurt, as well as play very competent special teams. All of them have value. They do. From 1 to 53, every single man on that roster does bring value, does bring someone to the team. Same thing with the practice squad, etc. So I'm sorry if the Vikings aren't finding Hall of Famers off the waiver wire, or it's like, oh, who is Luther Kirk? Yeah. That whole thing, right? But every single player in the building, again, 153, 16 on the practice squad, they do bring value. They do play a role in building a successful football team as this team looks to retool and reboot in 2021. So it's very important. So anyways, long preamble. Here are 5 practice squad players that the Vikings should poach. Just yoink, ours, mine. There you go. So first one, Geno Stone. Safety coming out of Iowa. He's currently on the Ravens practice squad. 5'10", 210, was a 7th-round pick from the Hawkeyes. Now, I liked him in the draft process a lot. I wanted him to be a late day 3 pick for the Vikings, but the Vikings went a different direction. They went with Josh Metellus. They went with Brian Cole II. Cole second didn't work out. Metellus currently on the rooster. But Geno Stone, 70 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack his final year in Iowa City, including 6 career picks and 7 passes defended. Was the second team All-Big Ten in 2019. Now, he's certainly not big, certainly not fast, but he does have superior instincts. I do think that Stone, if he wanted to be, could be a future coach, defensive backs coach, defensive coordinator, head coach, etc. He really is like the Jim Leonhard of Iowa, who, famously coming out of Wisconsin, not a physically gifted guy, not a big guy, but was always in the right spot, always knew where the other guys should be on the defense as well. And that's how he survived the league. He's with the Bills, he's with the Ravens, he's with the Jets, and now he's the defense coordinator of the stupid Wisconsin Badgers right now. I think Geno Stone could be on that path. So throwing in a young, smart player with a lot of upside in a very young secondary, maybe he becomes like a quasi-player coach. The guy beats you with his mind and preparation and leadership. I think at this point, why the hell not? Next up, player number 2 to be poached from other teams' practice squads. Yes, the chosen friggin' Rosen, the quarterback on the Bucs practice squad right now. 23 years young, former number 10 overall pick, 2018 by the Cardinals, and then he was shipped to the Dolphins, and he was cut, and then the Bucs picked him up out the practice squad. Now, our love for Rosen is very well documented. I think that he still has potential, maybe not as an elite NFL level starter, but at minimum a very high-end competent backup, and we've been advocating for trading for him for a while now, and now he's free. So why not? And also, I do like his talent more than Mannion. I like him more than Browning. I like him more than Stanley, including upside and ceiling. So go after the quarterback. And also, picking him up off of someone's practice squad does not preclude you from drafting a quarterback. It doesn't. Next up, number 3 player to poach from another team's practice squad, Kyle Murphy, guard from the Giants. But can he play guard? Yes, he can. So 6'3", 316. He's out of the University of Rhode Island, a 2020 UDFA signee by the Giants. Now, I did like Murphy in the draft process. If you would have told me that the Vikings took Murphy instead of Kyle Hinton at the back end of the 7th round, I'd be like, okay, sure. But was a 3-year starter for the Rams? Was a team captain, played basically every single position on the offensive line, interior offensive line, center, guards, right tackle, left tackle. Started 21 straight games to finish out his career at left tackle. 2-time CAA first team all-conference, second team AP All-American in 2019. Great feet, extremely athletic, getting across the face as well as on second level. Great fit in the zone scheme. A lot like Kyle Hinton, was a college left tackle, but was going to kick in interior. Also great in pass blocking, has a really solid anchor. I think that to a degree, yes, small school, smaller competition, the learning curve is going to be a little bit tougher, but you do have a little bit of the best of both worlds in terms of mobility as well as stoutness. So you're not really having a ton of trade-offs there. I think he could develop into an interior swing backup. Would make sense to pick him up. Next up, number 4 player to poach off another team's practice squad, sticking with the offensive line, sticking in the NFC least, Prince Tega Wanogho, tackle currently on the Eagles practice squad. I'm shocked that he's not starting at this point with how many injuries the Eagles have had on the O-line. But I like this kid in the draft process as well. 6'5", 309, a 2026 round pick coming out of Auburn. Now, great story. He is actually a prince. Like this is not an homage to Prince Rogers Nelson. Like he is actual royalty, but has length, has great hands, extremely athletic as well. Does need a lot of refinement in footwork as well as technique, but that's sort of expected. But could become a competent swing backup tackle in the Rashad Hill type role, but with a lot more plus athlete skills. Lastly, player number 5 to poach from another team's practice squad, Robert Windsor. Interior defensive line from the Colts. Windsor, that sounds royal too. I mean, why the hell not? 6'4", 295, 6th-round pick in 2020 coming out of the Penn State University. Second team All-Big Ten in 2019. Now, he caught my eye when we were doing some research on Yetter Gross Meadows. You just saw this guy at Penn State on defensive interior making a couple plays here and there. And now is obviously not a physical beast. He's not a specimen. He's not that. But what he does bring is a specific role. Like, what can he bring to the table? Like, is he going to be a starter? No. But can he be a rotational 3-tech? Can he be a disruptor? Because he does have a very quick first step. It doesn't really show up on testing, but it does show up on film. So can he just come in and just blow up a B gap? It's like, hey, that's your gap on this down and distance on third in passing situations. Go do this. Like, team up with James Lynch on the interior on passing downs. Go do this. Right, I think he certainly could. I do get some like Tom Johnson, if you remember him. Was it Thunder Chunk or something like? He had a great nickname. But yeah, Tom Johnson, get some vibes of that from him in terms of a rotational defensive tackle guy in there. So that's it. And again, are any of these guys starters? Probably not. Are any of these guys Pro Bowlers, Hall of Famers? Absolutely not. But again, all the bricks that you have on your roster, you do need the mortar. You do need the bottom of the roster, minimal salary guys to hold everything together, build up that foundation of your team. And these guys are very important. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry that the general manager tries to improve every single position on the team as opposed to, well, do they play guard? Get out of here. But anyways, that's it. Those are 5 practice squad players that the Vikings should poach. What are your thoughts on the list? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.